And I thought, if I give Nate 20 for the food, for the house and whatever, that leaves me with about 18,000. But then I got one or two people that started having a go about, he's not your kid. Why are you paying for that kid? I mean, I've had people like saying, oh, what barn size 6 did you meet her? And you know what it's like.
What's the story, everybody? Pete here from Thairish Times. Hope you're doing well. 6 months ago, I interviewed Sai from Manchester in the UK. At the time, Sai was planning his retirement in Thailand. We spoke in that video about his financial situation, his pension pots, how he's going to fund his retirement at 55 years of age in Thailand. So 6 months later, we're going to revisit that story and hear how Sai's getting on. He's living in Bangkok, just outside of Pattaya, with his partner Nay and her son Mo. We're going to talk about his finances, his living costs, and then we're going to talk about his YouTube channel. He has a YouTube channel called Blue in Thailand. He makes great videos. Check out his channel. I'll leave a link down below in the description for it. He'll talk about kind of in the wake of the Darren John interview. Sai will talk about his own experiences on YouTube and how he's dealt with criticism, as well as many other topics. We're going to talk about life in Thailand in general in the video as well. So we're going to get straight into that as well. Before I do, a lot of people recently have asked me to do an interview with the Owl, for the Owl to come on this channel, Mark, the Owl channel, and for me to interview him. In the last 2 weeks, so many people have messaged me on Instagram and sent me emails about interviewing him, and I've always kind of been like, I always want to give the people what they want. So if this is what the people want, then they deserve to have it, right? So I extended the invitation to Mark. He said he needs to think about it, which is fair enough. But I just want to say it in the video, Mark, if you watch this, I'm up for the interview. I think it'll be a good interview, and people would love to hear your story. So anyway, without further ado, let's get straight into the interview with Sai. Cheers. Sai, thanks for coming on again. It's been, I think the last time we did it was around November last year, 2025.
Yeah, it was. 6 months ago, yeah. First one, yeah.
Yeah, and at that time, we did a video, and kind of the start of the video was about your budget, and we were talking about your pension pots, and you had £235,000 pounds in your pension pot. Now, we're not going to go into all the details of that because we covered that in the first video.
Yeah.
But we were kind of talking about you moving over to Thailand, and would you be able to manage, you had a budget, would you be able to manage your monthly budget? And then I saw a recent video there that you did maybe this month or last month, and your monthly spend was 74,000 baht, which is £1,676. That took you 14,000 baht over your budget, of which was 60,000 baht, which so that brought you £318 over. But you also got a YouTube payment of £300, which kind of brought you in line or slightly under your budget of 60,000 baht.
I mean, my 60,000 budget, yeah, that's just a figure I plucked out of the air from the beginning. I've not set in stone, like to the missus, we can only spend this. I've just, for the first few months, I'm trying to sort of get an idea of what rather than saying there's no budget, let's go and spend 100,000 a month. And then before you know it, every month you're spending 100,000. So I wanted to go and I looked at the house I've got, which we'll touch on, and what I pay for that. And then I looked at I had an idea of what the electric would be, because friends that live here. And I thought, well, if we had that and that, and I asked the missus how much she thinks we would need for groceries and, toiletries and fuel for the car, motorbike, etc. She gave me a guesstimate again of what she thinks it would be. And I wrapped that up and thought, right, if I give her this and that and pay that, this leaves me with a nice budget for me as well. And that's why I come at 60. Now, if it gets to 70, it gets to 70. It may well do.
So it's kind of flexible then.
Yeah. It's not if I spend 61, I'm in the, you know what I mean? And oh no, my God. I mean, I've got savings. Yeah. I've got ISAs and investments. So I've got stuff put away for rainy days I can't touch. I've still got savings in the bank. As regards to my pension, which obviously I've had now for four months, I've not withdrawn anything from it yet. So I've not taken any withdrawals, like monthly, like what we'll call that, for instance, a salary. I've not taken anything from it yet. I spoke to my advisor the other day and said, and may look at July, start bringing in about X amount. I don't know yet. I need to speak to her, set up a meeting, and say from the 1st of July, send me a payment over every month. So at the minute, I haven't spent a single penny of my pension anywhere. It's all been savings I've had and, just stuff in the bank. So even setting up, coming and moving over, which I did my first budget on, probably about 4 or 5 weeks ago, that details how much my flight was, how much the deposit on the house was. So yeah, it's like I've got a set figure in my head. Yeah, that was my 60, just as a thing. The missus is starting a job tomorrow. I don't want her to do it, but she wants to work. But we've also been looking at a shop today to rent a shop maybe for her to work for herself, which she used to do. So there'll be another income coming in then as well.
So is your goal to get to the state pension age of, is it 68 in the UK?
67 in the UK, which I qualify at that age. The idea is to get to that age, but I will have savings as well. Yeah, that I'm going to try not to touch at all. I'm just what I'm doing for some of those things is like ISAs and that. The way I'm looking at that, the interest they earn off that pays for schooling for Mo. We got me to private school here, so the way I'm looking at it is that I'm not even paying for the school because the interest on that one account is paying for his school, and I've got like online savings accounts that earn so much a month, so they're just accruing money that I don't ever want to touch them savings. Therefore, like when I'm older, I want to try and live off what I've got in the bank now and draw down monthly from. Like my forecast with my advisor, when she did a quick forecast for me, well, not a quick, but obviously she sent it all through to me. I think she worked out if I withdrew £1,300 a month at UK, yeah, that would last me till about 76, 77 because of investments and stuff, she'd invest. And because we've agreed, which I'll tell you guys, we've put so much in a money pot, yeah, which stays there. It's not a lot, but the idea is if investments take a massive hit, like what's gone on with USA and Iran, etc., and everything dives, that'll give me a year or so of funds in Thailand in that pot for hopefully for investments to grow again and for shares to come back up and for it to recover. So the idea is I'll have a cash pot sat there as an emergency cash pot, and they'll be dealing with whatever they do on their side of things to make me money and make them money, basically.
What about health insurance and healthcare? Like if you're saying like, my parents are 70 years old now. My dad growing up was always a strong man. He was always healthy, but he's 70 now, and I can just see the age in him. For the first time in
Yeah.
my life, I'm like, he's an old man now. He's 70, and then I'm thinking, well, someday I could be, if I, touch wood, I get there to be 70. Like my body will eventually be old too, and I'm thinking, if I was in Thailand and if I had these problems, what kind of health insurance would I need? How much would it cost me? You'd have to have money put away for something like this.
Yeah, I mean, as I say, there's two ways. Most people I speak to here, for some reason, don't have health cover. They all say, oh, if it needs to be, then the 20,000 in the bank or whatever they've got, they'll use that. I don't want to go down that route because if you do get ill, that 20,000 is gone. Yeah. So I know what you're saying. I'm looking at health insurance at the minute because I'm still insured till the end of May. Because I took insurance out to cover me while I'm here till the end of May. That's basically with a specialist insurance company, but that would be too expensive to do over a year. So I'm looking at, I've not really looked into it a lot, but the next week or so, I'm going to start looking at, insurance companies in Thailand. I'm going to an agent on Monday, so I'm going to speak to them and see if they've got any recommendations for health. Another thing is, which I only found out and I spoke to a couple of business owners here, because obviously they've been here a lot longer, rather than just the average guy like me who just lives here, who are Farangs. And I said, look, I've heard there's a thing here that if you live on naval land in the Sata Heap, which where I am, in Bangkok, that you can go to the naval hospital and register yourself. And they said, yeah, you can. If you go to the Naval Hospital in Satay and show them, obviously, your proof of where you live, you get ill and you go there, they will look after you. And it'd
For
be a very
free.
small fee.
For a
Be a
small
very
fee.
small fee. Yeah. So that's something I spoke to a guy here, and he knows the person who can set it all up. I mean, you could go yourself and do it, but if it cost me £100, he can set it all up. I don't know. It might be worth doing that.
So you've moved at the start. You were living in Pattaya, and then you moved to Bangkok.
Yeah.
Tell
Yeah.
us about that. Why'd you move?
Well, the simple reason was um, I wanted to be near Pattaya, yeah, because I've got friends around Pattaya, John Tien, but I never wanted to live in Pattaya because it's too built up. Um, I'm past all that nonsense of the night time and yeah, I've been there, done all that years ago. I've had my fun. It doesn't bother me about not going out at night time. I much prefer going if I go out in the afternoon. So I just said to Nay, "Do you fancy Bangsaray?" And we none of us have ever been to Bangsaray. So when I was in a hotel in Pattaya, we just booked a few houses to look at, and I went looking at them, and then we found this one, which I've sent you the video of, and we loved it. And it's right round the corner from the beach. Everything's local. It's a big house, and we thought, yeah, why not? Let's try it. Now it would have been easy to stay in Pattaya or go to Dark Side for work for Nate because she could have got more chance of selling her stuff because. So here we just thought, yeah, let's do it. It's a bit quieter. It's very peaceful where I am. Don't hear anything at all. The idea was coming back. I know I've seen one YouTuber. I won't name him. He might watch this. I don't know if he does. And he was slagging me off on his live saying, "Oh, his missus has dragged him down there. He's come here, giving it. I'm going to live in Pattaya, and she's in control, and he'll have no money left." And I'm like, "You don't know me. You don't know me." I've been in a relationship now for over 8 years with Nay. Yeah, we touched on in the last interview. She's been in the UK with me, so's Mo. I'm in a good relationship. I don't want to go out and about in Pattaya with the trappings and pitfalls that can be there and blow it all. I can go out when I want. If I say like, I'm going to go to Pattaya, fine. She's not ringing and ringing. She just say, ring me when you get there. Let me know you're there, and that's it. She's not always on the phone. What you up to? What bar you at? What you doing? I come home. She's great. I'll go out tonight. Well, what 6:30? Yeah, watch a bit of football. I'll come back for the City game. She knows I'm not gonna.
She
What?
trusts you, basically.
Yeah. Why would I want to throw it all away now and start again just for a bit of fun? So in my eyes, it's not worth it. Been there, done it in the past. There's no point. I mean, people say, "Oh, you're crazy. Be on your own. You'll have a lot more money." You're like, yeah, but I've got a nice family. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's more important. That's more important, having decent family.
Yeah, you could be by yourself. You could have loads of money, but you could be lonely.
Yeah, you could have I could have loads of women. Could have a
Yeah,
great
and you still be
time.
lonely.
Still be lonely. I know here, get up, Nays up, she'll make a bit of breakfast. She's in charge of the kitchen. I've got to keep out. Even if I go make a piece of toast, she's like, "Who's had a piece of bread?" So I just keep out. She just does the breakfast, does the meals. It's what she wants to do. Yeah, great. Why throw it all away just for an hour's bit of fun?
Yeah, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. I'm happy. Who knows what's down the line? She may meet a rich farang and disappear. She might win the lottery and disappear. You never know. But,
Watch this space.
yeah, you never know. Some of these guys in the 60s are still chasing women like the 15, and I look at them and I think, grow up.
Yeah, you made an interesting point there because you do see that like older guys and guys of any age in Pattaya, and they're just going crazy chasing women, addicted to women,
Yeah,
addicted to the
I
lifestyle
mean,
and the sex, blowing through all their
I mean,
money.
I've never been into the go-go bars, even when I was out and about having fun. I'm not into the gentlemen's clubs. I don't see. It's my opinion, so everyone's got their own opinion. So I'm not slating anyone for doing it. But I don't see the attraction of going in a gentleman's club and basically what I see is sharing someone around during the daytime. That's what it looks.
Is
That's
that
what
what
I get
goes
there.
on? Is that what happens?
Yeah, I know guys that go all the time, and basically you can be with a hostess, behind the curtain for 10 minutes, and then 10 minutes later, another guy can come in and go behind. I took my friends to one.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm quite open and honest about this. So if people watch it and say I'm lying, then fine. I took two of my friends to one, not November, November before. I said, we've got to go because you're on holiday. You can see what it's all about. And I took him in this club. I'm not going to name it because it's not fair. I took him in this club and I'm sat down like this looking at you and they're sat side on. And there's a guy at the bar sat down talking to me. I'm just chatting away to him. And my two friends' faces were dropping and dropping. I'm like, let's get out, let's get out. Anyway, he gets out. And when he told me what he could see was going on behind that, what I couldn't see, and what people were, I was like, oh, dear me. And they were disgusted. They were like, I mean, they were there having fun with girls, but they were like, no, that's just so.
Well, they could see what was going on behind the curtain.
They could see some of them were even behind the curtains, mate. Some of them were just sat there, let's just say, with their pants down, having a bit of
Yeah,
fun. And
yeah,
it's just
yeah, yeah.
bizarre. Like, we all know what goes on in these sort of, we all know the bar girls what goes on, but you don't see it. But when you're in them places, you do see a lot of things. Not saying every one of them's like that, but
Yeah,
if
and
you
then if
want,
you look at it again, look like STIs and like everybody in Pattaya must be have the HPV virus. Do you know what I mean? Like everybody must have it, like human papilloma virus. Like just everyone has it. So
yeah, I
yeah,
mean, say that doesn't. It's that's never appealed to me. Go bars. I don't like. I don't like sitting there staring at. I don't think it's very nice to be. I mean, some of the girls are nice when you've been in. I've been in. Don't get me wrong, but if I was on living on my own, I'd go in a bar and talk to a girl and talk to them, not pick one off a number or you know what I mean. But that's just me. Everybody's different, as I say.
I personally think you did make a wise decision to move away from it. But obviously, you're in touch and distance from Pattaya as well, so you can go in and
Yeah,
make your videos. But like, you're a bit like me. I like to go out and have the crack, have the banter with the lads, and I enjoy a beer. But I'm always in my head. I'm always trying to balance it out with going to the gym, exercising, and trying to eat healthily and stuff like that as well. But you never really know if you've threw me into Pattaya. It's a recipe for disaster because you could go out 7 nights a week. You could drink, and I know from your videos you like a beer as well. So do you think moving out has been better for your lifestyle?
it will be longer term. I've still got get rid of this, and the missus on my case now. I said when the football season finishes, and because I go out for love the football, and I said, but yeah, I mean, I think because if you live in Pattaya, the boredom would kick in. You'd have to go out because there's not much you can do. It's just a city, isn't it, really? And it's all built up for partying. Whereas I'm here in Bangkok, I'm a kilometre from the beach. The soil I live on, the little residential places, is really quiet. We've been this morning for a nice little cafe, Thai place, something to eat. 600 baht for the three of us with drinks and meals. Come back, chill out at the house again. If you Pattaya, what do? You go out and you stay out because you just sit in four walls. Otherwise, you know, here when we go down the beach in the evening, take some chairs down. As if we take the car, or we'll go on the bikes. We can sit there at 6 o'clock. No street vendors. You're not getting, do you want to buy this? Do you want to buy that? Do you want to, it's nice and chilled. The Thais come out with their kids. They're all playing in the sea. You just sit and chilled out. Take your own food, take your own drinks, do whatever you want. Have a couple of hours there and come home. It's
Do you find that you are maybe drinking more than you would be in the UK because you're retired?
no, because we're in the UK, because I lived on my own in the UK, and because I worked shifts, what I found was if I wasn't working, I'd be going out all the time. I'd be meeting my friends who were either off shift or different days. Whereas here, I've got the family, I've got my dog here, as I say. So she goes out 4 times a week, no, 4 times a week, 4 times a day.
And what about Nay? Is she enjoying it? Because I remember a couple of months ago you were saying it was kind of off and on with Nay for a bit, and you went through a
Yeah,
breakup.
it's because I touched on before, because of the fact she wants to work. and she knew coming here she wasn't going to be working, and she has been bored. I can tell she's bored, yeah, and she wants. But we've waited. So I say Mo goes back on the 11th, which is Monday. So he starts. He went for 2 weeks after he got passed his exams to get in there. They did like a 2 week induction for him, just for some other kids, and now term starts again. So now he's going back to school. The minibus picks him up from outside the house and drops him back here. She's now got the time to work, so she's a bit more happy. She loves the house. She loves it here. It's peaceful. She doesn't go out a lot. It's like if I say to her last night, I was like, "Let's go out and have a meal." No, I don't want to. Don't want to. I can cook at home, and you know, I'm like just trying to get her out sometimes. But she's a home bird anyway, and she's like, Why spend money? Why spend money? We can cook at home." And so I'll say, right, once a week, then we must go for a nice meal at least once a week as a treat.
That sounds. I mean, that sounds like an unusual kind of Thai woman that she's kind of thinking of the money. And if I'd imagine if you're gonna go out, you're probably buying dinner. So
Yeah, because
she's trying to save money for you then as well. So that's good.
touching on the budget, as we said before, which we so I didn't finish on, did we? Um, the house I pay for is 18,000 baht a month, so it's like just over 400 UK pounds. And then my bills, I worked out, I was guessing about 4,000 at the minute because it's summer, so the aircon's on a lot of the rooms, and that comes in around just under 4,000. It came in at for April, so I was like, right, that's 22. And I thought if I give Nate 20, yeah, for the food, for the house and whatever, that's what was that? 42. That leaves me with about 18,000, which is ideal for me. I then took out 100 baht a day we give Mo when he goes to school, because they have a 7-Eleven in his school, which is nuts. That's like having a 7-Eleven in your school. So that's for snacks and whatever he wants to get.
Eating those
And I thought, right,
sambos.
yeah, I got 16,000 for me, which is, if I'm going out and spending 400, 420 baht a day, if I went out every day, I'd still be well in budget. So that's the way I've sort of looked at that budget. But she's like, she wants her own money. She wants her own money. She wants to, she's fair play. She wants to earn. She wants to put some away. And so I've said, if you spend less than 20, keep it. I don't worry about it. If you need more, tell me, and we'll look at putting it up.
I was thinking about this as well. So, like, fair play to you. Not many men would like take on like if their girlfriend had a child, they would be like, okay, that's not my, a lot of men wouldn't. But here you are taking care of Mo, giving him money, looking after, making sure he goes to school, getting him educated. Not many men would
Yeah.
do that.
No, I mean, probably not. I've got my own daughter. She's 30 now, back in the UK. She got a good job and she's doing well. And it just got, I mean, obviously, when I met Nate, Mo was just turning 2. Thai partner, they had a business together. She got pregnant, and like most Thai men, they disappear, don't they? I could have just said there and then, oh, you know what I mean? I'm not, but no, I mean, he's only ever known me. He's been in the UK with us. He's a lovely kid. Um, Never asked for anything. Yeah, fantastic. So if I can give him a good life, um, fair play to him and me.
And
He's
is he
going to do
learning
well.
English? I'd imagine he's be able to talk to you and learning more English.
Yeah. Well, the school he's at, private school. I'm not going to name it because you know what people, but it's in Satahip because there's plenty of private schools. But it's predominantly English, so it's English spoken. Um, so he's learning English, Thai, and Chinese.
And have you seen his English improve?
His English is fantastic. Even people here say, even the guy who's a subscriber speaks good Thai. He said, "God, your boy Mo speaks perfect English. His English is really good."
YouTube, right, and trolls, and I
Oh
interviewed
yeah,
Darren John there last week,
I've
and
seen it.
did you see that one? And there's something like the video has around 12 or 13,000 views and around 900 comments, which is very, very unusual. It's an unusual ratio, and he
Yeah,
has so many trolls and people like they probably don't like. Okay, let's not say trolls. Let's just say he has so many critics, people that
Yeah,
dislike him, and they're commenting on the video, and there's so many. I mean, 900 comments is a lot for
that's
12,000.
a
Yeah,
lot.
obviously you have subscribers that like you, and there's people watching this now that obviously support you, and fair play to them. But how do you find the dealing with the criticism?
Criticism, I don't mind if it's constructive. Yeah. And I got, let's say, nothing really bad, but then I got one or two people that started having a go about, he's not your kid. Why are you paying for that kid? If that was me, I was like, look, if you're going to start having a go with my missus and the boy, then I'm going to block you. Simple as that, yeah? Because if you're going to go that route, and I've always said that to people, pick on me, I'm big enough, ugly enough, yeah? But if you're going to have a go at family and getting, I mean, I've had people like saying, oh, what barn size 6 did you meet her? And, you know what it's like. And, one of them was like, that kid's a mong and, things like that. And you're like, these are adults. You're like, get a life.
It's
This
terrible.
is
That's
fucking
below the
me.
belt when they go out when they say those
Yeah.
type of things. Yeah.
So, I mean, I've had one or two like, oh, you're going to be dead soon. You need to lose weight. I'm like, yes, I know. I put a lot of weight on. I know my missus is on to me. I'm like, don't worry about it. That will happen. It's not Rome weren't built in a day. I'm not going to come here and lose 2 stone in a week. I'm still, finding my feet. So I've not had many. Um, I had one. Actually, I seen him comment on yours on Darren John one, and I thought, there he is again. And he used to be really nice to me, and then he sends some really offensive stuff, calling me an effing C and I was like, right, I'm not going to block him. Yeah, I'll go back to him. And then he's like, oh, I'm really sorry, mate. I'm just jealous that you're living the life and I'm not, and I take it back. I'm sorry. Right, I'll let it slide. Remove the comment. I've removed it. And then the next minute he does it again. So I block him. I think, right, you've had enough chances, mate. I'm gonna, and then I see him pop up on other channels and start slagging me off on them channels. Like, oh, that blue is this and that, and he's blocked me. And I'm like, so I went on one. I said, you know why I blocked you? You abusing my missus and little one and calling me an effing C and this and that. I said, then you apologising. I said, and then me let you come back on and you did it again. I said, so. And I seen him comment on yours about, and he had a go at Darren John. I'm not going to name him because that's, and
If
I'm
you
like,
named him,
he's
you give
going,
him the satisfaction.
yeah, yeah. I just see him. He knows who he is. He'll watch this. He'll probably put a comment on here. I'm looking forward to it because he can't comment at mine. So I know he's going to be on commenting on it. And I'm like, you're a grown man. I know exactly where you live in the UK because you told someone who knows me, who knows you. You know, grow up.
So that kind of leads me to the next question. I was thinking, you said it hasn't happened to you, but I was thinking, are the people in Pattaya just jaded and tired of YouTubers going around with cameras filming them? And there's me. I remember, yeah, vlogging a dead horse got into a big bust up there about 4 or 5 years
Yeah,
ago. It was a fight. It was a fight on the street, and
I
they
think
filmed them.
so. But I mean, yeah, I get it. Obviously, people don't want to be on camera a lot of the time. I do try my best where I go not to. Sometimes you'll clip people in it, but I try it as a quick, if you're going to, I mean, there's more cameras in Pattaya than probably anywhere in the world at the moment. There's AI cameras everywhere. And for one instance, I was in a bar and I said to the manager, do you mind if I film? He said, yeah, you're fine. I said, what about the staff? Because obviously, sometimes the staff, more than the customers, don't want to be on the cameras for particular reasons. He went, mate, he said, it's my bar. He said, and I film all the time and I post all over social media. All the people that come in my bar, I post on my. He said, so no problem. I was like, you got me thinking, well, you're right. There's people going bars, and bars actually use their camera footage to promote their bars. You'll see certain bars for showing how busy they are, and they're taking your image without asking your permission, and they're putting up on their socials as come to this bar.
Have you seen or heard of many fights in Pattaya? I know down in Phuket, there seems to be on Bangla Road. There seems to be a fight every week you're seeing a new video on social media, some guy getting attacked by ladyboys, then you're going to see two farangs on the street boxing the heads off each other. And it just seems like a lot of Thai people are really tired of that behavior down there in Phuket. Have you seen
I
it in
think,
Pattaya?
yeah, I think, I mean, in my humble opinion, and people jump on me now, I think it's more the younger ones, the under 40s, shall we say. I think they're coming here because they can smoke the green stuff, and they're having a few beers in the heat, and they're not used to it, and they're getting a bit aggressive. And, you don't get aggressive to Thai people because Thais are not aggressive people, but if you do, and you start on one of them, there's going to be 10 of them on you, you know, motorbike, taxi drivers, you name it. I've only seen one fight, and that was the other week. I was with Ian in Pratamak, and Pratamak's a nice area. We were sat in a bar, and they were next minute, it was a big scuffle outside, and they were on the floor. There was a coloured gentleman and two white guys, and they were going at it on the floor. And then the coloured gentleman gets on his motorbike and goes off. And we thought, oh, that's all calmed down. These two guys sat back down. One's got a bloodied nose, and he comes back on his bike. It was like, and it all went off again. I was like, and then it disappeared. And they were only, I'd say, in the late 20s. I was talking to a guy here in Bangkok the other day, and he was in a bar in Pattaya the other day. Now he's in his early 60s. He doesn't look in his 60s. He looks well. He said he was just sat at the bar. He said this Aussie lad comes in. He starts looking at him. He's like, oh, he's like looking away, this guy. And then he catches his eye, and that was it. The Aussie guy's up. What are you looking at? Picking up. And he's like, and the staff all jump in. He's like, whoa, not for me, this. I'm not going back there again. I see a lot more Westerners with ladyboys now than I ever have done.
Why do you think that is? Like, why would that be?
I have no idea. It does nothing for me whatsoever. So I don't know. I mean, I do know some friends that do. And I'm like, really? And they're like, yeah, it's a bit of fun. I'm like, yeah, I've got friends here. And seriously, we went out one night when I was in Pattaya before, when I was staying in hotels. And I've got to be careful what I say because I might watch this. I don't know. They might be, and they're like, are you coming out? And I was like, yeah. There's a few on holiday. And every bar we went, we had to go where there was a ladyboy. And all he did was mess about with the ladyboy. And I'm like, what? Like, let me look at yours. Look at mine. No, not for me. Not for me. Not to make me leave. I mean, I've got two friends now that are classed as friends that are ladyboys. One is Shirley. Now, Shirley's been going for years. She used to work the Pandora bar in Soy 7 many years ago. She's the Mama San. And you'll see a lot of my videos with Pattaya at night time. She'll always say, Simon, welcome to Avatar Bar. And she's always done up. And another one in there, Dow, who's full on, doesn't give a, she tells you she's the lady boy and she wants to do this to you and you do that to her. And well, we just laugh. And I'm like, it's never going to happen.
And how do you get your ideas for videos? Are you planning ahead, or like where do you get your ideas from?
No, I just try. Now, I say at the minute, I'm just trying to do daily, like what we've done today. Walk the dog, gone for a bit of food with the family, filmed a little bit of that. Gone to the coffee place, a little bit of that. Then come back, see the dog, and then I'll go out, watch the football, and that's my day. People like trimming the hedges or tidying up one of the bedrooms or something. People just want to see.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
day in the
I'll do
life
that.
stuff. People like
And then,
that.
yeah, Dana like, hey, oh, she's back again. Day in the life stuff. And then the odd one would like go into Pattaya, do a bar call with Ian. I'll go and have some food. Have an evening meal out, do a vlog. Just bits and bobs. Come and say hello.
Hello, Mo. How are you?
You good? Yeah. He's bringing the washing in.
You're bringing the washing
Been
in.
for a hair, been
Is
for a
that a
haircut for
Newcastle
Steve.
jersey there?
Oh, it's Argentina.
Oh, is it?
He loves.
What about the black and white one there? Is that Newcastle? Oh, that's Maradona, is it?
He loves his classic footballers.
Oh, I like the classic.
Original Ronaldo, yeah. Who you want now? He said to me, is it Figo? He wants Figo.
Luis Figo in Portugal.
He loves his football. So he wants Figo now. He's got the Ronaldo. He's got all the old
You're
style
in a great spot
names.
to get jerseys. You can get any jersey you want over there.
The full kit for him, yeah, for Mo is about 300 baht, 7, 8 quid. And
That's
they
crazy.
last. The quality on them, come here, Mo. The quality on them is fantastic, and they last for they're only kids, but they last for ages. So he has. Who have you got? You've got Ronaldo, Haaland, Maradona. Who else you got?
You need to get Roy Keane.
Roy Keane, Manu. No, no.
No, no, you won't.
He's always
You
telling
won't
me
wear
Manu.
Unite.
He's always winding me up. Manu, Liverpool, Man City. Oh, he's being nice for a change.
Oh, Man City.
Usually calling City to me. Yeah, he's all Arsenal now because Arsenal are winning, winding me up. So I'm going to go down to captains after this.
Right, well, look, enjoy yourself. Si, thanks for doing it, man. Let's do it again in a couple of months' time. I'm always looking for content, and like I'm not there in Thailand, so I
No,
can't get as
exactly.
much as I would like. So if you could help me out anyway, I'd appreciate it.
I mean, the guy who followed me from day one, who's round the corner, he told me a great story how he came here, and I'd love to maybe get him on for me or just. He came to Thailand. He didn't know what 30 years ago. A lad from Thailand came to England. He had a wealthy family, and he sent him to England to learn English, yeah, and get a good education. And he met this guy's cousin, female, and now they're married and living in Thailand. And he was like 30 years ago, he didn't know where Thailand was, and now he come to Thailand to see his cousin, and he met his wife because of yeah. So it's like the opposite way around. A Thai man went to England and married an English woman and
No
brought her back to
way.
Thailand.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's
and
a
he'd
good
been here over
story. You
30
should get
years.
that for your channel.
Yeah, I'll have a word with him. But that's like for a Thai person to go to England 30 years ago
Yeah.
and meet an English woman
And
and bring her back to
if
Thailand.
if you got her, the English woman on your channel, that's an even bigger story because you're getting it from the horse's mouth or the English woman's
Exactly.
mouth.
Yeah. Well, I'll have a.
She's not a horse.
No, I've not seen her yet, so I don't know. I hope she doesn't watch this.
Right, go on. Take it easy, Si. We'll chat to you
Have a good
soon.
weekend, mate.
You too.
Appreciate it.
Take it
Thanks a
easy.
lot.
Right,
Take
right.
care.
Go on. Bye.
Keep
Bye.
doing the
Bye.
good
Bye.
vlogs, mate. I enjoy watching them.